I'm Anita Renzetti. I work as a project director for Bay Area Community Resources, helping adults quit smoking. I created this brief video to share the serious health impacts of smoking. This slide shows the topics we'll be covering today: deaths and diseases from smoking, nicotine addiction, how smoking affects your skin, how smoking increases the complications from COVID, and valuable resources to help you or those you know quit smoking. All videos about smoking and health need to show a picture of a lung of a smoker. This is just a very graphic image though, so I wanted to say if this is too much for you, please skip 30 seconds ahead in the video. Now the lung on the left side is from a 20-year, 1 pack a day smoker who developed chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD, and lung cancer from smoking. On the right's a lung of a non-smoker. It's not just striking that the lung on the left looks dark and diseased. More importantly, these lungs don't work the same. A healthy lung easily inflates and then slowly deflates because of its elasticity, while the unhealthy lung is struggling to keep air in and flattens quickly. The chemicals in cigarettes inflame your lungs and cause smoker's cough, bronchitis, asthma attacks, and lowered immunities. Now that you've seen what smoking can do to your lungs, we need to talk about deaths from smoking, first in the United States and then in the world. As this graphic on the left shows in the center, nearly 500,000 people in the United States die each year from smoking. 41,000 of those are from secondhand smoke. The top diseases causing these deaths are heart disease, lung cancer, and COPD. COPD includes emphysema and chronic bronchitis, as well as others. Stroke, other cancers, and other diseases also contribute to the figure of 480,000. To put it more tangibly, the number of deaths each day in the United States from smoking is equivalent to 3 jumbo jets crashing with no survivors. Worldwide, the numbers are even more shocking. More than 7 million people a year die from smoking, and it's going to be 8 million by the year 2030 if we don't make some big changes. This infographic shows many examples of negative outcomes from smoking. On the left side, cancers, and on the right, chronic diseases. Smoking tobacco can harm every part of your body. For every person who dies from smoking, 30 people live with serious smoking-related illnesses. There are also many dental issues from tobacco beyond bad breath, ranging from gum disease to oral cancer. And tobacco can cause reproductive problems, including erectile dysfunction and infertility. Pregnant women who smoke need help to quit as a top priority because the risks include low birth weight or early babies, as well as tragedies such as stillborn babies and sudden infant death syndrome. What are the risks relative for smokers in comparison to non-smokers? Well, heart disease is twice as likely for smokers than for non-smokers. For those who smoke and vape daily, the risk of heart disease is actually 5 times as high. So it's really putting a lot of stress on your heart. A smoker is 25 times more likely to experience lung disease and 30 to 40% more likely to develop diabetes. And then there are post-surgery deaths, which are 40% higher for smokers, while the post-surgery complications are up to 80% higher. And finally, people who smoke will on average die 10 years younger. And that's an average, so you can die at any age. If it's so bad for you, why do smokers continue to smoke? Well, in 1988, the Surgeon General compared the addictiveness of nicotine to heroin and cocaine. Those who quit cold turkey can experience withdrawal symptoms. That's why we encourage nicotine replacement therapy, or NRT, to help you taper off nicotine, as well as medications that help curb the cravings for people who wish to quit. It's not an exaggeration to say that nicotine's a poison. Since the 17th century, the only other real use for nicotine was as an insecticide. And even then, it was banned eventually in the United States because it wasn't safe for mammals. What does that tell you? You may wonder, but what about vaping? Well, all cigarettes and most e-cigarettes contain nicotine. We'll cover the risks of vaping in other videos in this channel, but the key is that vaping can damage your lungs, and it's not FDA approved to quit smoking like patches, gum, and specific medications are. Besides death and disease, there are other physical effects of smoking. For example, the woman in this picture on the lower right-hand side is only 29 years old. With a computer simulation, you can see what she might look like in 30 years as a non-smoker versus a smoker. What a difference. The skin is just another organ that's damaged by smoking. And now, to address the pandemic. Smoking has been found to double the severity of COVID in terms of things like ICU visits and being put on a ventilator. And those who smoke are dying at 1.7 times the rate of non-smokers with COVID. So to boost immunities and overall health, there's never been a better time to quit smoking than now. Help is on the way. If you or someone you know wants to quit smoking or vaping, these are some excellent free resources, including California's 1-800-NO-BUTS quit line for those who want to quit smoking, and the 1-844-8-NO-VAPE line to quit vaping. If you have any follow-up questions, please contact me, Anita Renzetti, by emailing tobacco@bacr.org. Again, that's tobacco@bacr.org. And please share these resources, as well as this video, with your friends, family, and colleagues. You too can save lives.